Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get the updates. Really set for today's video. The beer is courtesy of Billy. Thanks so much, Billy. I really appreciate it. And this is a new brewery to me, which means it's a new brewery to the channel. Strike Brewing Company. This is called Big Wall. And of all things, it's just a stout. No adjuncts. It's just, remember that? Like you could just drink a beer and it was a stout and period. It's a stout. Period. Don't get me wrong, if you watch this channel, you know I love me some adjuncts in stouts, stouts in barrels, all that kind of stuff. But man, I'm actually really stoked to just try a stout, period. And it's 9% ABV, and it was a gold award winner at the World Beer Cup in 2018. So they are no slouch of a brewery. Yeah, I said that right. All right. Pours like a dark cola. Yeah. Roasty. Ooh, making my glass super dirty. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. I just cleaned it and walked down here, but okay, I got rid of it. A lot of head. I'll have to look back at how aggressively I poured it. But like I was saying, when I was pouring it, it was like very dark cola, root beer. But in the glass, yeah, I mean, it's black. There is some brown mixed in. Again, maybe I poured it hard. Right now I have 3 fingers of this. I'm gonna say light mocha. It's like somewhere between dark khaki and light mocha for me. So whatever descriptor I should have been able to come up with, that's that color. That's the color of this head. It's definitely small, pretty darn compact bubbles, breaking up on top as is the typical occurrence. I'm trying to waste a little bit of time while that head goes away, but you know what? We're just gonna do it, and it's fine. Big roast. I know I got a little bit of that taste up front, but it has a really nice level of roast. And you know what? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this. I know I already said that. It's a really good reminder the difference beer, like a stout roastiness, can be from the beer itself versus if it does have something like coffee, right? Like if you adjunct it. So it has what I'll just say is very much stout roastiness, like the most like stereotypical seeming stout roastiness. But then like to try to get a little bit further into it. There's not in a barrel aging way, but there's like this little bit of like a woodsy thing, like you're out in the woods walking, a little bit of that, like this earthy woodsy thing. And then you can see how it's like super watered down coffee, almost like coffee grounds that like you put water in and just kind of like let it sit there cold, and like you smelled it, like, oh yeah, there's like this hint of coffee, this whisper of coffee. It's kind of how you get it, Similar vibe from like a chocolate note as well. Actually, you know what I get? Like some leather and tobacco too, which is like really pleasant there. It's not like savory, in a like umami soy sauce bomb kind of a way, but like there are like, some notes like that. But again, some nice like slightly sweet chocolate kind of balancing out some of the more savory kind of elements. I really like to smell this. I'll put it that way. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Billy. Hope you're doing well, man. That's nice. Okay. Just real quick. I said I hope you're doing well. There's nothing wrong with Billy. I just realized I could come across poorly. I just meant like, in general, I hope you're doing well. And no one needs to be worrying about Billy. Anyway, back to the beer review. In some ways, it really follows the aroma. It's a little sweeter than I got on the aroma, but it has that, like slightly sweet chocolate thing. It has that slightly coffee thing. That earthy, woodsy thing also definitely comes through. Maybe even a hint of like just a hint of smokiness. Probably more roasty would be a better descriptor, but like, you get far enough on the roasty path, you get into smoky a little bit. So it's Still, I guess, to be fair, I guess it's still roasty, but it's like just almost getting to that, where that threshold where you have to kind of be like, or is it really lightly smoky? Man, I love this aroma. It has a nice mouthfeel. It's not like super thick or anything, but it's not thin. So it's like medium, I guess, to get more technical sounding. I've had certainly roastier stouts, but like it is more that way. So if you like a little bit of roast in your beer, but some beers, can be like too roasty, too coffee or whatever. This is kind of like, I want a little bit of that. Like, you're getting it. It's really nice. I didn't read the side just in case we're tasting. It looks like there might be some. Big Wall took home a gold medal at the 2018 World Beer Cup. Yeah, I said that. And it was so tiny. I'm glad it was 2018 and I read that right on the front. This Beastly Export Stout is chewy in body. Yeah, I mean, it has a nice body. It just... If you watch my channel a lot, you know how big of beers I drink pretty often. So, like, you got to kind of consider where I'm coming from, to be fair. But, yeah, fair enough. Chewy, okay. For me, it was kind of a medium. And balanced by... Ooh, you know what? Balanced. I guess I kind of alluded to that. There is, like, enough sweetness to, yeah, I guess, balance out some of, again, the more savory elements. So I'll go along with that. By a complex roasted grain character and an elevated ABV. Notes of espresso... dark chocolate and tobacco overwhelm the senses in the best possible way. Yeah, I mean, would I go full on espresso? I think it was pretty clear, coffee, but how I was getting the coffee. Dark chocolate. I didn't specify the kind of chocolate. Fair enough. And then they are also saying tobacco. And you know what? And I'm not, like, I've never smoked cigarettes or anything, and I haven't had a cigar in a while. But, not so much in the smell, but the taste, and again, like almost approaching that smoky thing, getting some tobacco notes. Oh, I did get a little bit in the aroma. It very much did transport me back to, like a cigar, tobacco. Actually, I think the last time I had a cigar was, it was one of the Utopias. They did... Some company they partnered with, like, soaked the tobacco leaves in Utopias or so, like the liquid, and then they made cigars out of them. And to my buddies and I, we had some Utopias and smoked them. And that, I mean, it was before I moved here, maybe 5 years ago. So anyway, my point being, is it's been a while, but it very much, in smell and taste, it does this to memory, right? It just brought me back to like, oh yeah, like cigar tobacco. Yeah. So yeah, the super short version. I agree about your tasting notes, but yeah, this is really good. Thanks, Billy, man. I really appreciate it as always. And again, because there's nothing wrong with Billy, I just hope you're doing well in life in general. I hope life is going well. Hope everyone else who's watching this is also is thriving at life. Just to be, everyone gets a participation trophy. I hope everyone's doing well. But yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well. Have you had this beer before? Have you had a beer that had like a nice roasty element? Have you had a beer lately that kind of had that tobacco thing? Since I talked a lot about that. Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews of both of those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.